Hi guys, I'm gonna do a little demonstration for you. I'm gonna try to make it quick because I know you don't have all day to watch the videos. I'm doing a portrait of a model. I have lots of pictures of models from the class I used to teach in the city, and uh, so I'm doing a model that I've actually drawn many times. A very pretty girl. She's young. You gotta be careful with doing too hard of lines on her. The female face, you gotta always be careful putting too much lines for indentations, because you know the face on a woman is much more subtle. So this face, she's kind of looking over her shoulder a little bit. So her eye, she's kind of looking back at us. So her eye's about here. I do all my drawing by estimating. I estimate where things land, and then I adjust as I go. And there's people who draw with exact measuring, and I know how to do that, but I don't particularly care for, measuring, and there's no freedom in that. I find no love for that. It's very tedious type of work to me, and I feel you lose a lot of the artistic quality through measuring. But of course, there's some type of drawings that require it. I've been to school where they teach that kind of way, and you work on a drawing for a month, very tedious, slow, and there's it's a great way to learn how to draw, but it's not the way I draw, and I don't teach that way, because for me, I think in real life you're not going to have all that time to make drawings. You're not going to take a month to make a drawing, and unless maybe if you sell them. Most artists I know sell paintings more than drawings, and people don't buy drawings as much. They buy them, but not as much. So her eye is looking at us. The pupil is over here. Have to be a little more careful. I made the pupil over too far, so now hard to fix that once you put it in charcoal. But there's a shadow a little bit going over the eye. And one thing I want to tell you, when you make eyes, try to make them smaller than you think. We all have a tendency, me too, of making eyes bigger. I don't know why. I guess because everybody loves the eye and you like to make it look dramatic, but if it don't look realistic, it will ruin the whole drawing. And you can really go off very easily making eyes too big, and it will just make your drawing look cartoonish. And that's okay if you want to make a cartoon, but I don't think, if you want to really make a realistic drawing, you got to be careful. Her chin comes out more, maybe up too high. I gotta make the nose first. So usually I start around the eyes and eyebrows, and then I can find the nose easily. She's got a prominent nose. And I think I made the eye too low. So, you know, if you have that trouble, I'm working in charcoal, so it's harder to get rid of these mistakes, but I'm gonna try to do it without having to really do a whole rework of face. It's a thing with art, you gotta try to make it work, you know. You put a line in, sometimes it's too bold. You gotta figure out a way to make it work. So when I make mistakes, sometimes it's good so that you can see how I fix it. Sorry, I gotta bring my picture up. Put my hand on the I put my hand on the camera lens. I'm sorry. You know, I like to take pictures, but I'm a goofball when it comes to technology. I really have no good at cameras, and, you know, I can take pictures, but I have no good eye at, you know, doing a lot with the camera. I can see things that I like and snap the picture, but I don't know how to operate it. Oh no, my dog is gonna stop bothering me now. Stop! Sorry. You hear the real Italian? Yelling at my dog. Oh my god. The reason I teach art classes, not really, I mean, I make good money at it, but it's not for I can make money just making a painting. I teach art classes so I can be around people sometimes, because it gets crazy being by yourself all the time. Get a little stir crazy. Her chin is halfway too far. I might have to do this video over. With the dog and me laughing and the chin. Oh my god. Me yelling at the dog. You know the real Naomi. Stop! Enough! I'm trying to film. I can't film with you coughing and making crazy noise. Stop! She wants to eat lunch. Do you believe this dog? She's very pushy. She knows exactly what time it is. It's lunchtime. I feed her lunch. She gets breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She's like my kid, because I have no kids. So I treat her like my baby. But I yell at her too, like a kid. And Italians, we're always yelling, you know. I'm a quieter Italian. Most of them are very noisy and yell a lot. You don't want to hear my mother yelling. Okay, this is a little better. You know, I'm doing this very dark. If I wasn't holding the camera and didn't have time and dog making noises, I could probably concentrate and make this a better drawing than it's coming out to be. But I want to show you, you know, just by demonstrating. I'm not really explaining much. There's not much to explain. I mean, you just watch and see how I do it. And with art, you know, it's adjusting, readjusting all the time. And so it's good that you see me do it, because you think, oh, she must really, she can make that so good. Like, I never make a mistake. And you see how much mistakes I make in the process. When you actually see a demonstration, it's so different, you know. You see the work and how, you know, hard it is to get to make things look the way they're supposed to look, and you see all the mistakes that come before. you know, it actually comes out good. It looks pretty bad. This is looking very bad. So I gotta clean up a little bit. I smudge a little bit of it because it's charcoal, and this charcoal builds up so much, you know, on the page. So I gotta take some off with my finger, and it helps put in the half tones. And then I can take my eraser and I can take out highlights, which is what I'm gonna do now. So like a big highlight is on this cheek, and a lot of highlight right on the lip and on the chin, and there's a nice light coming here. I think I made it too dark to get it. I do these videos in the daytime when my husband's not home, because if you see the way I make a video, he'd kill me. He's, you know, he's a photographer, he's a cameraman, a filmman, you know, photojournalist, and his whole life is cameras and film, and then he sees his wife using iPhones and doing crazy stuff. He gets annoyed. And if I had him set it up for me, I could very well have him set up the cameras nice for me and everything. But you know, I'm afraid to use his cameras because he'd kill me if I ruin his cameras. So I just rather do it on my iPhone, holding it in my hand, but he would die if he saw this. And you know, we start arguing. If it was him filming me, I would kill him. Because he's such a pain in the neck when it comes to film. You know, so this would be, you know, quite a project for me and him to work on together. It could mean death. You don't know. I love my husband. He's a great guy, and you would love him too, but you know, when you live with somebody, they become a pain in the neck because you know them so well. And believe me, I'm a pain in the neck too. So we both are. We fit together very well. Two pain in the asses. Okay, I gotta go and let the dog out. I'll come back. Ciao, ciao.